When Americans think about international travel, they usually picture beautiful beaches, historic cities, and unforgettable adventures. But not every destination is a dream vacation. Some countries present serious risks, ranging from terrorism and kidnapping to civil wars, political instability, and anti-American sentiment. The U.S. State Department regularly issues travel advisories, and some nations are currently classified under the highest warning level: do not travel. Today, we're looking at 10 countries that American travelers should avoid unless absolutely necessary. These rankings are based on current travel advisories, security concerns, crime levels, and ongoing conflicts. Let's get started. Number 10. Chad. Chad sits in the heart of Central Africa and has long struggled with security issues that make it a risky destination for Americans. While the country has incredible desert landscapes and unique cultural traditions, travelers face serious threats in many regions. Terrorist organizations operate near border areas, particularly around Lake Chad, and violent extremist groups have carried out attacks in the past. Kidnappings remain a concern, especially for foreigners who may be viewed as high-value targets. Armed robberies and carjackings occur in several parts of the country, and law enforcement resources are often limited outside major cities. Political instability has also contributed to periodic unrest and demonstrations that can quickly turn violent. Medical facilities are basic compared to Western standards, and emergency assistance may be difficult to obtain in remote regions. Infrastructure challenges make travel complicated, even during peaceful periods. While some areas are safer than others, Americans visiting Chad must constantly evaluate security conditions. For most tourists, the risks significantly outweigh the rewards, making Chad one of the more dangerous destinations currently on the radar of U.S. officials. Number 9. Libya. Libya has never fully recovered from the political chaos that followed the fall of its longtime government. Today, rival factions continue competing for power, creating an unpredictable security environment. Americans traveling to Libya face threats ranging from terrorism to armed conflict and kidnapping. Militias control various parts of the country, and clashes can erupt with little warning. Even areas that appear stable can quickly become dangerous due to changing alliances between armed groups. Foreign nationals have been targeted in kidnappings, and criminal organizations remain active throughout the region. One of the biggest concerns is the limited ability of the U.S. government to provide assistance if something goes wrong. Consular services are extremely restricted, leaving travelers with few options during emergencies. Airports, roads, and public facilities can be affected by security incidents at any time. While Libya possesses remarkable historical treasures and Mediterranean beauty, tourism infrastructure has largely disappeared. Until long-term stability returns, American travelers are strongly advised to stay away from Libya and choose safer destinations elsewhere in North Africa. Number 8. Haiti. Haiti is the only country in the Caribbean currently facing some of the most severe security concerns for Americans. Over the last several years, gang violence has exploded throughout much of the country, particularly in and around the capital city of Port-au-Prince. Armed gangs control major roads, neighborhoods, and transportation routes. Kidnappings for ransom have become alarmingly common, affecting both locals and foreigners. Criminal groups frequently engage in shootings, robberies, and extortion, creating an environment where daily life can be extremely dangerous. The country's political instability has further complicated security efforts. Demonstrations, roadblocks, and civil unrest occur regularly, sometimes shutting down critical infrastructure. Emergency services are limited, and medical facilities often struggle with shortages of supplies and personnel. For Americans, one of the greatest risks is becoming trapped during a sudden outbreak of violence. travel options can quickly disappear, leaving visitors with few safe ways to leave the country. Haiti remains a beautiful nation with a rich culture and resilient people, but current conditions make it one of the most dangerous places for American travelers today. Number 7. Myanmar. Myanmar has experienced dramatic political turmoil since the military seized power in 2021. What followed was widespread unrest, armed resistance movements, and an ongoing conflict that continues to affect large portions of the country. Americans traveling to Myanmar face multiple risks. Armed clashes between military forces and resistance groups occur throughout several regions. Airstrikes, road checkpoints, and unexpected violence can impact civilian areas without warning. Foreign nationals may also face restrictions on movement depending on local conditions. Infrastructure disruptions add another layer of danger. Communication networks are sometimes interrupted, transportation routes can become inaccessible, and access to emergency services may be limited. Political tensions also create uncertainty for foreigners who may find themselves caught in situations beyond their control. While Myanmar was once considered one of Southeast Asia's most promising tourism destinations, the current environment has dramatically changed. Historic temples, scenic mountains, and cultural landmarks still exist, but the risks associated with visiting the country have increased substantially. For Americans, Myanmar remains a destination where caution is not enough. Avoiding travel altogether is generally the safer choice. Number 6. Russia. Russia's ongoing geopolitical tensions and conflict-related concerns have significantly increased risks for American citizens. While millions of people continue living normal daily lives across much of the country, U.S. travelers face unique challenges that cannot be ignored. One major concern involves the possibility of detention and legal complications. Diplomatic relations between the United States and Russia remain strained, and Americans may encounter situations where consular assistance is limited or delayed. Security agencies closely monitor foreign visitors, particularly during periods of heightened political tension. The ongoing conflict involving Ukraine has created additional uncertainty. Airspace restrictions, transportation disruptions, and rapidly changing regulations can complicate travel plans. Financial transactions may also become difficult due to sanctions and banking restrictions. Although Russia offers world-famous architecture, fascinating history, and incredible natural landscapes, current conditions make travel far more complicated and potentially risky than in previous decades. Many Americans who might once have considered visiting Moscow or St. Petersburg are now choosing alternative destinations until political tensions ease and security concerns improve. Number 5. Yemen. Yemen has endured years of devastating conflict and humanitarian crisis, making it one of the most dangerous countries on Earth for Americans. Armed groups control different regions of the country, and fighting continues despite various attempts at ceasefires. Terrorist organizations remain active in Yemen, and kidnappings have historically targeted foreigners. Missile attacks, drone strikes, and armed clashes can occur with little warning. Travelers face risks not only from violence, but also from the collapse of critical infrastructure. Medical facilities have been severely impacted by years of conflict. Access to healthcare is limited, and shortages of essential supplies remain common. Transportation networks have also suffered extensive damage, making movement throughout the country extremely difficult. The U.S. government's ability to assist American citizens inside Yemen is highly restricted. In an emergency, evacuation options may be unavailable. Even experienced travelers would face extraordinary challenges navigating the country's security environment. For the average American tourist, Yemen is simply not a realistic or safe destination under current conditions. Number 4. Sudan. Sudan has been engulfed in a brutal conflict that has transformed much of the country into an active war zone. Fighting between rival military factions has caused widespread destruction, displacement, and instability. For Americans, the dangers are severe. Armed combat occurs in urban areas as well as rural regions, placing civilians directly in harm's way. Airports, roads, and essential infrastructure have been damaged or disrupted, limiting opportunities for safe travel. Crime has increased as security conditions deteriorated. Armed robberies, looting, and opportunistic violence have become more common in areas affected by conflict. Humanitarian conditions have also worsened, with shortages of food, medical care, and basic services affecting large segments of the population. Communication networks may fail during periods of intense fighting, making it difficult to receive updates or contact emergency services. Given the rapidly changing security situation, Sudan remains one of the most dangerous destinations Americans could currently choose to visit. Number 3. Somalia. Somalia has spent decades battling terrorism, piracy, political instability, and armed conflict. While progress has been made in certain regions, serious threats remain throughout much of the country. The terrorist group Al-Shabaab continues conducting attacks against government targets, civilians, and international interests. Bombings, assaults, and complex attacks have occurred in major cities, including areas frequented by foreigners. Americans may be viewed as particularly attractive targets due to their nationality. Kidnapping remains a significant concern. Criminal networks and extremist groups have previously targeted foreign nationals for ransom or political leverage. Even heavily guarded locations cannot guarantee safety. Infrastructure challenges make emergency response difficult. Medical facilities are limited, and transportation networks can be unreliable. Travelers may also encounter roadblocks, armed checkpoints, and unpredictable security conditions. While Somalia possesses a fascinating culture and strategic location along the Horn of Africa, the risks associated with visiting remain extraordinarily high for American citizens. Number 2. Afghanistan. Afghanistan continues to rank among the world's most dangerous destinations despite changes in political control. The security environment remains highly unpredictable, and Americans face numerous threats throughout the country. Terrorist organizations remain active and capable of conducting deadly attacks. Bombings, shootings, and targeted violence continue to occur. Foreign nationals may face elevated risks due to their nationality and perceived political associations. One of the most serious concerns is the limited diplomatic presence available to assist Americans during emergencies. Consular support is extremely restricted, making it difficult to obtain help if problems arise. Legal systems, travel regulations, and local enforcement practices can also be unpredictable. Infrastructure limitations add further complications. Healthcare remains inadequate in many areas, and transportation challenges make movement difficult. While Afghanistan's history and landscapes are remarkable, current conditions create risks that few travelers are equipped to manage safely. Number 1. South Sudan. Taking the top spot on our list is South Sudan. The world's youngest country continues to struggle with violence, political instability, armed conflict, and widespread humanitarian challenges. Americans visiting South Sudan face a combination of dangers rarely found in a single destination. Armed clashes between rival groups can erupt with little warning, and local conflicts sometimes spread rapidly across regions. Kidnapping, armed robbery, and violent crime are serious concerns. Road travel is particularly dangerous due to poor infrastructure, bandit activity, and unpredictable security conditions. During rainy seasons, many routes become nearly impassable. Medical facilities are extremely limited, and emergency evacuations may be difficult or impossible to arrange quickly. The country's fragile political situation adds another layer of uncertainty. Demonstrations, unrest, and localized conflicts can dramatically change conditions in a matter of hours. For these reasons, South Sudan consistently ranks among the highest-risk destinations for American travelers and earns our #1 spot today. The last word. Travel can be one of life's greatest experiences, but choosing the wrong destination can quickly turn an adventure into a nightmare. The countries on this list all face serious security challenges that make them especially risky for American visitors. Conditions can change, so always check the latest U.S. State Department advisories before planning any international trip. Have you visited any of these countries? Or is there another destination you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.